What is up, everybody? My name is Longtide, and today we are back on another morning ramble for the OSRS community. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday so far, and if you're in other parts of the world, hope you already had a great Tuesday and enjoying a great Tuesday afternoon/night. Ladies and gentlemen, they and them, we have no Reddit things to cover today, anything. This is literally going to be a ramble, right? Just to start it off, we have my boy Teddy here. Teddy! Hey! We got Teddy here. Look, ladies and gentlemen, they and them, Twisted Bow under a bill. What the heck is up with that? A lot of speculation. People are saying that there's no content. That's why the Twisted Bow went down. All that good stuff. Why did it really go down? Well, let's talk about that. So, in the sense of, let's say there hasn't been content, and the Twisted Bow is going down just because of lack of content. I want to discuss that because I feel like a lot of people, we are so used to all these video games, you know, Fortnite, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty. I really don't even know about Call of Duty, but I know there's a lot of games out here nowadays that are constantly giving updates, right? Fortnite especially, right? You know, they had like the Travis Scott concert and all that good jazz and, just a bunch of stuff going on. And then World of Warcraft, right? They have an expansion every year. Are they good? That's for you to decide, right? Really talking about World of Warcraft, I guarantee you most of their subscriber base now is playing the old World of Warcraft. So let's not talk about that. But yeah, so really and truthfully, it's like, why isn't Jagex releasing content? Well, let's talk about that. Okay, Temper Ross came out. Okay, and Tempo Ross was talked about for so long. Like, I don't know if anyone realized that, but Tempo Ross was talked about for so long. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if it was, because it had to pass the poll. I don't know what the case may be, but it took a long time for Tempo Ross to come out. And now, why did it take a long time for Tempo Ross to come out? My theory is, hey, we're dealing with an old engine here, okay? It's an old engine, guys. Guys, girls, they, and them. We are dealing with an engine that was made in 2007. I know we've had a lot of updates here, right? I know we've had a lot of updates since then. Chambers of Xeric, Theater of Blood, all that stuff. But you have to like at face value, if you don't do the content, like if you don't do raids and stuff like that, sometimes like even that content is kind of buggy. Right? I remember I was doing a solo the other day, and Ohm's head, when I was mage running it, Ohm's head like glitched. It didn't even turn. It just like jumped. Right? It was no lag or anything. I was still moving and stuff. It was no lag. It just like glitched. It almost like it missed a frame. Right? And it's like, I understand it's so small in the big spectrum of how cool Chambers is with the engine that we have, but it still makes me worry. It's like, it seems like this is a lot for the engine, and I don't want, realistically, and I don't know too much about game design. I've created games in Unity. I definitely understand, basic scripting and stuff like that, but I don't want the Runescape engine to get overloaded just because they have to, right? We can't sit here and make Jagex release content. We can't. Now, I saw a meme. It was like recycle, reuse, something like that, right? I get it. Okay, we get it. Jagex, the last poll was, it was changing a lot of things that are currently in the game, and then the Theater of Blood thing. It's like it's adding on to something that's already in the game. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not. I don't want to think of it as a bad thing, because realistically, now let's talk about this, okay? So World of Warcraft, right? And I was an active World of Warcraft player. Okay, this is not coming from someone that just watches videos and stuff like that. I was a very active World of Warcraft player. There is a sense of almost falling behind in World of Warcraft. Okay, and if you haven't played World of Warcraft, you don't know. But there is a sense of falling behind, whether it be in retail or classic. In retail, you might fall behind an item level. At a new expansion, or later in the expansion when new raids come out. You might fall behind an item level. Now, sure, there are catch-up methods, but it's really hard to get that max item level that you need, that everyone's looking for to do that hard content, right? Classic World of Warcraft, okay? They took their time. They took their time on releasing updates because they had to. Classic World of Warcraft is a grind. It is so grindy. It's a grind just to get to level 60. And then not to mention if you want your epic mount, if you want to buy gear, if you want to buy runs for stuff, because a lot of stuff, I mean, people just don't run anymore. So there's a lot of gold that has to be spent in Classic WoW. Now, getting off the World of Warcraft subject, let's talk about RuneScape. There's endless amounts of things you can do in RuneScape. I think Jagex is keeping it in mind that, hey, you don't have to do these things, right? So in that sense, right, there's a lot of people that want to max first, right? They want to max before they do raids. So there's a ton of people that max, and then you look at their KCs and they only have Slayer boss KCs, right? So they are already, they're now just getting to raids, right? Because I've covered it in a video before. There are accounts that have maxed and they have a ton of KCs. But nowadays, if someone started around like 3 years ago or something, they either decided they want to max or they want to make a lot of gold. So you can kind of see the accounts that are maxed, but they don't have any KCs. Or you see the 1800 account, 1900, 2000 total level account that has the skills, but they have a lot of KCs. So they're already at the end game because they chose to be at the end game and they didn't want to max first. But Jagex doesn't want you to feel like you're forced to do in-game content. They want you to play RuneScape how you want to play RuneScape. And that's a big thing. You know, World of Warcraft, the whole idea is to get to in-game content. That's the whole idea, right? You can sit here and you can, I'm talking about Classic here mainly too. You can sit here and run your mage runs every day and do dungeons and solo dungeons and make a ton of gold if you want to have fun doing that, whatever. But at the end of the day, like you're doing all that to get to raiding. Or whatever you're doing it for, selling gold, whatever you want to do. But really and truthfully, RuneScape, you can kind of make your own content. If you want to go for Questcape, if you want to go for max, whatever you want to do. If you want to go for 1 million barbarian kills, it's up to you, right? It's really up to you, and it's that's the fun of RuneScape. And so we can't sit here and be like, oh, it's almost been 4 years since we saw the last raid and all that stuff, guys. We can't rush them. We can't rush them because people aren't even at TOB right now. People can't even fathom doing TOB. They literally cannot. They don't understand TOB. They don't understand that you have to freeze at the beginning of the raid. They don't understand that what bloat, like why they keep dying at bloat. They don't understand why they keep dying at Nilo. It's like they don't even know what a tick is. You know what I mean? It's like there's so much stuff that involves. Now, do I think TOB is kind of a jump if we're talking like beginners, into the game and stuff? Yes, because you can't get to the end of TOB unless your whole team, well, not your whole team, but if you have to live through every room, right? Someone has to live through every room, and a lot of people that they can't find their groups, their friends that they've skilled with and stuff. They go on and do this content, and there's no Slayer boss that makes you do this stuff, right? I used to think Dagannoth Kings were hard, but really and truthfully, they're not. Okay, they're nowhere compared to raids, right? And I know people are laughing at me like, no, Dagannoth Kings. Look, I don't do Slayer, okay? But a lot of people that they get to the in-game content and they're like, wow, this is hard. Wow, this is insanely hard and it's undoable for me. So it's like, why are we going to release something that potentially could be like a new change of play style in the raid scene, right? That potentially could be harder for people as well. Why are we going to release that if people can't even do TOB right now? So that's kind of where I'm standing on that. I understand there's no content coming out, new content, but like Raids 3, a lot of people are ready for it, but a lot of people are not. And hey, we could talk all day about how in-game content, hey, if you want a game based on in-game content, go play World of Warcraft. It's just simple as that. But RuneScape, sadly, I wish it was, but sadly it's not about in-game content. It's just not. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I know it's a big. Let me know in the comments what you think about today's topic, right? Let me know what you think because I know a lot of people are worried right now, but there's no need to be worried. Jagex is working. Okay, you got to realize we've lost a lot of Jagex employees. We've lost a lot. Okay, this is a company that puts a lot more into their game. If you watch the Asmongold interview, they put a lot more into the game than they put in their own pockets. Okay, so they're very gracious because they love the game. We play this game because we love the game. Okay, let's not try to criticize Jagex. Let's not try to get on their backs about this stuff. Let's just let it be as it is. they'll get to the content. That they, do I wish they weren't working on Group Iron Man right now? Yes, I really hope that. I really wish they weren't working on Group Iron Man. I wish that wasn't even thought of. Okay, but is it something that the community wants? Some part of the community wants? Yes, and that's just something we have to deal with. It's gonna come out, and then they'll work on the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing. This is a community game, and thank God it is, because with a lot of the games, the community doesn't really decide what happens. Things get nerfed, things get messed up, and it is what it is. So that's all I really have today. Let me know in the comments what you think. I definitely want to hear. This isn't a normal Reddit recap video. This is really a morning ramble. And I think it's something to bring up, especially now. We're seeing the Tebow go under a bill, and a lot of people are losing their absolute minds. They're like, "Oh no, here it is! Like the game's going dead and stuff." But there's a lot to think about, okay? And I really hope you did watch this whole video and kind of understand, and go back and listen to some other parts. I know I talk really fast and go on about things. So anyways, I hope to see you in the next video, and have a great Tuesday. And thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.